Greetings, everyone. This is Payman Alonso, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, I have another great special guest, special friend, my brother from another mother, the one and only Mr. Bryan Tarr. We've had quite a few conversations, so much that I created an entire playlist for our conversations. He has an incredible, truly one of those. We all have incredible stories, but this guy right here is one of those that truly qualify as a goosebump inducing story. So if you haven't watched it, go on my channel, look for Bryan Tarr, aka Mr. Stand Up Speak Up. Love that. So here we are here for a catch up and update to see what's been cooking for this gentleman right here. So, Brian, brother, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Good to be connected. And what I love about that is right now in my life, as I'm finding more alignment with who I am and alignment to my assignment, as I've heard from Tim's story, you come back into the picture.
Oh,
It
wow.
was just perfect.
Mm.
Just perfect.
Funny how things work, eh? The universe connects you or brings you back the right pieces, people, everything in due divine timing.
When you're there
Mm.
and you are authentically connecting from who you are and adding value, and like it's almost like a competition. I'm going to give
Oh,
you more
yes.
value. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to give you more value. And when you do that, it has a compounding effect to bend time and space.
Hmm.
And then I needed to do some work on me and the business. And just recently, in the last couple of months, things came into alignment to where I was ready to re-engage and to get connected with the public and to tell more about my story. And as I did that, as you do that from alignment, it's like a ripple in a pond.
Yeah. Speaking of
And
the story, Brian, tell us, for people who don't know you, give us a short snippet, summary. Who is Brian as a man, as a human being?
it's a lot, but if you get to know me, you know that I'm the first one on the dance floor. I'm one of those
Mm.
kind of people. But I was shy for so many years. And I chose to live my life according to other people's dreams. You do this and you'll get successful. You do that. You find a woman, you find a house, you do this. And I followed people's dreams so much instead of mine that they came crashing down. They came crashing down hard. And in 2016, from a divorce, from a court battle where they took constitutional rights away from me, I was then sentenced to 30 days in jail without deserving it. That took away everything in my life. Oh, I was angry. I was so angry, didn't know what to do. Parents who visited me in jail thought I'd lost my mind, but I made it through it. And when I came out of it, I didn't know what to do. I thought, all I have is service. I know I love people. And so I started to serve people just with whatever was in my head. And that started to form a business. And I found that I'm really good at relationships,
Mm.
at connecting people, even connecting them to themselves. And my mind is a system mind. I understand systems and the way things work together, and it's easy and effortless. So over years, I began to put the two of them together. And now I've focused my time on helping businesses to retain their relationships and reactivate them, bringing money back into the business. And it's fun and it's simple. And that's what I do for business and helping
Mhm.
businesses. And then aside from that, I teach people to stand up and speak up.
Mm.
Because when you are in your authentic alignment, standing up and letting yourself be seen and speaking up and letting your voice come out is what the world needs. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it right. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You've got nobody to prove it to. But we're all given a special gift that's not for us, for the world.
Mm. Absolutely love that. You're speaking my words right here. As I always say, we all go through a fair share of pain, trauma, abuse, tragedy, betrayal, challenges, and all that. Sure, it's very painful when you go through that, but then that becomes your story. Then your story becomes your gifts, and then your gifts become our your duty and responsibility to share them because our gifts are meant to be shared. The last thing that we can be greedy with is our gifts, because our gifts,
Oh,
it doesn't cost anything for us to share it, but hey, it can mean the world to someone else, to the right person at the right time.
we had that talk that somebody told me, Bryan, you've been given something that's easy for you to do and that you're really, really good at.
Hmm.
What right do you have to hold that gift back from somebody who possibly needs it?
Hey, that is so powerful. Please repeat that last sentence.
Sure. They said, you've been given a special gift. It's easy for you and it's simple and it doesn't take you any effort to do it. But other people need that. Bryan, what right do you have to hold that gift back from the people who need it? Get out there and let them see your gift.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, speaking of that, how are you, Bryan? Standing up to achieve that.
First part is alignment. That I have a practice and I have a business coach that helps me to get into alignment. Who am I? What am I doing? Am I the most authentic version of myself?
Mhm.
And I've got a framework that I developed every day and every morning that keeps me aligned. And I'm constantly learning how to be more aligned with truly who Bryan Tarr is. That's the first thing. That's always where I start from. And then once I know who I am and I can be me, then I go out and I speak to people unapologetically. We have nothing to prove and we have
Mhm.
nobody to prove it to ever. So then I move forward with my authentic self. Secondly, I practice balance. And there are environments for ourselves. There's 9 environments of our lives: finances, relationships, physical environment. There's 9 of those. But there's also mind, body, and soul. When we have harmony through this, we're then going to be able to go out and do what we need to do. Our mind is strong, our body is strong, our spirit is strong, our soul is strong. We're in harmony. It's not always on key, it's like a spider web. One affects the other, but
Mhm.
I find harmony. And then when you're in alignment and you're practicing harmony, then you dance, then you connect. Connections are crucial. We were born to be connected. Without connections, we die. Without
Mhm.
connections, we become addicted. There's scientific proof on that. So we get connected. And a lot of people don't know how to get connected, but you find somebody or find a way to talk to the person, find out what matters to them, find out what's amazing about them.
Mhm.
And you begin to create connections, trusting that you'll be connected to the people you need to be connected. Because everything in life is connected, from the way that you interact with a barista, to opening the door, to offering your friend 8 minutes to listen to them, what they're going through. Everything is connected. And then as you're practicing connections, you dance. You just dance. Like nobody's watching you dance. You're out there and you're just enjoying life and you're getting it right, you're getting it wrong. You just dance with life. And when you practice those, you find that life becomes suddenly euphoric and it's what you've wanted all along.
Mhm.
And those are the things that I've learned and practiced, from alignment to balance and harmony to connections, learning to dance like nobody's watching, who cares? And it creates an euphoric lifestyle. Now that I understood
Mhm.
that's how I got to where I was, trial and error, I love to teach other people that.
So I should have I should have asked you that question originally. What is your ultimate gift, Bryan, in this lifetime? That is for you to first embrace it loud and proud, and then to share it around you and around the world even louder and prouder.
Mm. I think my gift is connection and relationships.
Mm.
Somebody told me once, I love to love people so much that they want to love themselves more. And I can really see the beautiful, amazing story inside of every person. And I love to bring that out and connect them with that or connect them with somebody else.
Mhm.
It gives me thrill. It gives me thrill to do that.
Yes.
So the rest of my life, I'm going to be seeking people and connecting. Don't
Wow.
know where it'll go. Don't know what'll happen. That's not in my control. That's in somebody else's control. But I love showing up as the Bryan Show. I am the event.
Hey, the Bryan Show, stand up, speak up. That could be the brand, the name of your branding, your podcast, everything you do, you know?
Yeah. And when I first did that, I'm like, okay, I'm Bryan. That went pretty well. I'm gonna do it again. I'm Bryan. Oh, nobody died. That went pretty well. And I had to
Mhm.
learn how to be authentically me. And then I became in love with that. And then I became bold and courageous. And I learned how to stop caring that I've got something to prove or somebody to prove it to.
Wow.
I honestly, I need to tell myself, I still have those moments where I wonder what I'm doing and I wonder why I'm here. That wallflower, that Bryan, it's still there. It never went away,
Mhm. Sure.
but I don't party with it anymore. I'll show up and, like everybody else, what are you doing? Who are you? Why are you speaking up? Who are you to say what you did? You're just a fake. Nobody's going to believe you. All of that stuff is still in my head like everybody else, but I have a different conversation.
What is
I
that
observe.
conversation?
Yep. I have a different conversation. I observe. Thank you very much. But I know
Mhm.
who I am. I know what I love. Watch me dance. Let's go. And I take action.
Wow. Beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful. How did you come up to that realization, that this is your gift?
Somebody else needed to help me come up with it. Everybody needs a coach. We need that person that can see in you the thing you can't see. But they're the person that's not going to do it for you. They're the kind of person that's going to pull you up.
Mhm.
So I found somebody that trusted and believed in me and supporting me and showing up for me to help me find that, to help me see that. I tried this, and then I tried that, and then I tried this. And the whole time I'm trying it, there were never failures. They were just paths to finding out what I do. And all of a sudden, I realized this way of connecting with people is easy for me. I didn't even get it. I go, Bryan, what's easy for you? And I thought, I'm technology. I know technology. Like, no, it's not about technology. You have a way with people. I looked at
Mhm.
him. I said, excuse me, what? You have a way with people. I do? I saw you talk to so and so. Oh, yeah, that was fun. Well, I saw you tell so and so how amazing they are. Oh, yeah, that was fun. Bryan, it's effortless for you to connect with people. Really? I had to be made aware of it. And so then I intentionally practiced it. And that's how I found out what I was good at. It was
Mhm.
easy, effortless, and it worked. It was magic. Everybody has that. And so then I thought, okay, I love connecting people and I'd like to make this an income producing thing. So I started experimenting with that. And I tried several different things. And eventually we had several different things that never worked. But all of a sudden something clicked. And it was never, I did the thing to make it happen. Thomas Edison, again, failed, tried, failed, tried, failed, tried, failed. And then all of a sudden it clicked.
Mhm.
But I never gave up. So that's easy and effortless. What's that gift that comes easy to you? You could do all day long.
Yeah.
And then how do you serve the world with it? And you only know by trial and error. Case in point, I would go up to a barista. I'm like, and I thought, okay, I'm a connector. All right, I love connecting. Hey, how are you doing? Are you having a good day? And she looked at me like, do you want a coffee or what? That's a little weird. That didn't that didn't work. Maybe I should compliment her. Okay, next barista, hey, I just want to really thank you for doing this job and serving me a great coffee. And again, they're like, you're welcome. Next, please. Oh, I need to learn
Yeah.
how to communicate. So I learned a way to speak to people and to authentically talk to people.
How to
Trial
match
and
the
error again, trial
frequency.
and error.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yep. And then I just got better because I wasn't trying to prove anything to anybody or have anything to prove. So I thought, okay. Let's just be authentic. Okay, this person gave me great service. Let's just do that. Like, okay, what's your order? I want my order. Okay, great. Can I ask you a question? Like, sure. Can I can I compliment you? Yeah. You took the time, you made my order right. It's sitting right there. I really appreciate that. And they went, thanks. I appreciate that. That worked. That worked. I'm getting better.
Yeah,
So I had the gift, had to learn how to communicate, and then just kept practicing.
absolutely. One thing I always wondered is that why is it that we at times struggle to see what is our gift and we need someone external to tell us, hey, this is your gift? I've experienced that countless times talking with people, even after 5 minutes of talking to them, say, hey, listen, maybe you should focus on this. Why do you think that is?
We're right there.
Mm,
They're like, Bryan, there's a hand in front of your face. No,
yeah.
it's not, but I really can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Bryan, you got a hand in your face. No, I don't. We're just too close to it. And it's too easy.
Mm.
It's too easy. And that was my problem. It was too
Yeah.
easy for me and I loved it and it was no effort. And I said in my mind, because it's easy and because it's an effort, nobody else will value it.
Yes.
And then because it's internal, everybody else should see it this way.
Mm.
Everybody else should do this. So maybe our brain's way of keeping us safe. We don't see it
Mm.
until somebody says, I needed to hear that from you. What? I really need to hear that from you. Okay, you're welcome. And then we're talking to somebody else. Like the way you did that was just so effort. Thanks for teaching that to me. Say, you're welcome. And you're like, wait a minute, something's going on. And then once you realize this gift that you have inside, there's the risk. We all face the risk. That's why we probably don't know it. Our subconscious wants to keep us safe and it doesn't want to let it out because it doesn't know what's going to happen. So we take that risk. We're like, okay, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to lead with this gift.
Mm.
Maybe it's being able to see something beautiful in people they don't see in themselves.
Mm.
And you're talking to somebody and they're like, it's shit week. Spouse is doing this, and then my boss is on my ass, and I'm having trouble paying bills, and like whatever. Life is life. But the
Mm.
person is looking at him, going, "Yeah, but you're really good with animals." What? I think you're really good, and you see that. All of a sudden, I'm taking a risk of letting this person know my gift,
Mm.
and you can feel that, and you've got to go beyond that, and we'll go right through it, and it'll feel like that. Your brain goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're actually going to talk to this person about what you see in them or how you can help them? You're like, yeah. And you do it. You're like, I just say that's your gift. You can see the beauty in other people they don't do. Like, can I share this with you? I just see that when you're around animals, you light up and they know you and you want to do whatever it takes for that animal to be okay.
Mm.
Like, yeah, I love that. That's a beautiful gift you have. I didn't see that. Let's say it's organizing, right? And this person is like, I can't find my phone. I can't find this. I'm just frustrated. But in your mind, you've already organized it. Now you got to take a risk. You feel you're disorganized. Yeah. Can I share something with you? Yeah. I would probably, and it really feels uncomfortable. I would probably do this, and then I would do this, and I would do that to keep it organized. That's taking a risk. You're vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if it's your gift, some people may say yes and some people may say no. The people that say no did not reject you. The people that said no did not reject you. They told you what their boundary is. That's love.
Mm-hmm.
So when they tell you no, it may be not yet, not now, or no, but it's their boundary. Nobody rejected you. You didn't change. But you take that risk. And that person says, tell me that again. I would do A and B and C and D. How do you do that? That makes total sense. Can you help me with that? There's one.
Mm-hmm.
And you do it again. And you do it again. And you're like, this is so weird. People are asking me to organize stuff and it's fun for me. That's your gift. And you took the risk to be vulnerable and authentic. And then you have the big problem of they start telling other people.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
That's how you find it. You take a risk.
Yeah. You put yourself
Leo
out there.
Buscaglia, Leo Buscaglia, that just came to mind.
Mm.
He spoke on love. If you look him up, Leo Buscaglia, I don't think he's in it no longer with us, but he talks about love. And he says, when you connect with somebody, you may be hurt or you may be loved, but chances are you're going to be loved more than you're hurt. Keep
Mm.
staying open. Keep staying open. Same thing about your gift.
Mm.
Some people may want it, some people not, but may not want it, but keep staying open.
Yes.
Stand up and speak up.
Full circle. Wow. Amazing. Love that. Love that. So, what are you working on now, and what's really exciting you and getting out of bed in the morning?
What's getting exciting is the more I've stood up and spoke up and listened, I'm having fun. I'm
Mhm.
really having fun. I found what I love to do, and this isn't the thing. This isn't my life's my your our lives never have a mission, a purpose.
Mm.
It's the purpose of the moment. It's the mission of the moment. This could change, but right now, it's serving businesses, restoring relationships, and bringing profit back in, and making connection with the people. I love
Mm.
this, and I chose a few weeks ago to show up to a mastermind. Oh, my head was all over the place. What do I say? What do I do? What do people ask me? And my authentic self said, stop all of that. You have one job: go, stand up, speak up, and listen. And then you leave. That's all you need to do. I'm thinking, okay. And I did. And I made some beautiful connections because of who I was being. That told me it's time to be more visible. So, what's on the horizon is a book that I'm working on, teaching about the ABCDE like I talked about. It's a podcast to let people know some of my stories that I just haven't told. People and connecting with people and things I've seen in people.
Mm-hmm.
Also, speaking presentations. I'm getting my first speaking presentation ready so that I can go out and speak on that. So that's about being more visible about who I am, and then continuing to grow the marketing agency so we can serve more businesses and help them maintain their relationships. And AI, we're an AI agency. So what's on the horizon is we now can install into your business a chatbot AI, but it's
Mm.
different. The way we do it, we fully train the AI on your business. So they're as smart as your business as you are. Now you got a 24/7 salesperson. This stuff is fun. I get excited about that because I installed it for somebody and the AI picked up on a conversation somebody was having in text message and booked an appointment. And they didn't have to do anything.
Mm.
So this is getting exciting. This is getting exciting.
For
So those are
sure.
some things on the horizon where I'm learning more about this gift and I'm finding ways to let this go out into the world. And I've got people supporting me. That's the other thing. There is not one of these actions I'm doing that I'm doing alone. Not a one.
Mm, okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. What is the impact you want to have in the lives of your clients with this approach and most importantly with your gifts?
Mm. That by who I am with that person
Mm,
makes such a connection that they can't help but give that to another person. And that will have its own compounding effect. I teach a method of grounding and instant, what did I call it? Grounding and instant shift in your
mm-hmm,
mind by
mm-hmm.
playing with rocks. So I have a method that I teach people how to balance rocks, not just stack them, but balance them. There's artists that do this, glue, gravity, etc. But I don't know anybody that teaches how.
Mm.
Now, when I teach you, any human being, how to balance rocks, it's fun, but without knowing it, a shift is happening in your mind. And when that shift happens, it's so visceral that the person cannot help but share it with somebody else. That's who I want to be, is that catalyst. I
Mm.
see you, I connect with you, you connect with you, I love you so much, you can't help but love somebody else around you.
Love that. Love that. What's next for you? What's the next chapter?
It's following the adventure.
Mm,
Yeah. I'm noticing that in my life, there are there's the next 100%, as David Goggins said. What is my next 100%? And I focus on that because that will lead me to the next. So I know now it's time for Bryan Tarr to be more strategically visible to the book and the
mm.
podcast and the speaking engagements, and let that create the next opportunity.
Yes.
And to greatly serve people with my CRM system agency, and let that bring the next opportunity. And that may be the path for the next year or two. I don't know, but it is the path right now. And follow that.
Mm-hmm.
And follow that with passion and with action and authenticity and vulnerability. And it'll lead me to what's next.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. What is one advice that you would love giving, that you would love giving? What is one advice you want to give to the Bryan Tarr of back in 2016 that you
Oh,
wish you knew now? Say that you know now that you wish you knew now back then. What is the one advice you would give to that Bryan, to that version of Bryan back then?
hmm. Yeah, people, you got to go back and look at those podcasts that Feynman and I
Oh
did
yes,
with
oh
this story.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll understand why he's asking me this question. You'll understand. I think I would go back
Mm,
and say, number one, Bryan, you're a child of God. That is your identity.
mm-hmm.
Anything else you know besides that, Bryan, is secondary. Do not forget that. And it would say, Bryan, you've got nothing to prove to anybody and nobody to prove it to. So go make your dreams.
Mm,
You're going to have fear and doubt. But contrary to what everybody else is telling you, go right through it. Feels like a wall of fire, feels like a dark cave, smells icky. Go right through it. I promise you, on the other side, there's a learning you never knew was there. You have always been, Bryan, and you will continue to be enough. Never, ever forget that. And go have fun.
yeah, that's a big one. Go have fun. So let's one more question about that the darkest period of your life. When you were in that prison for 30 days, what was the light that kept you going and that prevented you from
Mm.
checking out and say, enough of this crap, I don't want to play this game anymore?
Well,
What kept you going?
the first thing was I was in jail, not in prison,
Okay.
and that saved my butt. In
Mm.
prison, I would have been violently attacked,
Oh yeah.
guaranteed. And
Hmm.
that would have changed me. And I would have had a whole other thing to work on. But I was in jail, so that saved me.
Mm.
But I was actually, because I at that time I was letting everybody convince me of who I am and convince me what to do. So I was allowing my mind and my personality to be transformed by the people that were in there. The person that was doing this and that was basically manipulating me left, and I had nobody to tell me what I should be doing or how I should be doing it. And I figured out, what the hell? I'm just going to be me and we'll see how that goes. And I bet I'll survive. Somewhere in there, I anchored into a thing I woke up with every day. And I explained this to a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago because he didn't understand it. I'm in it, but I'm not of it. I'm
Mm.
in it, but I'm not of it. I am there in the jail, in a broken system, deputies trying to make sure that you're broken, people in your barracks that you got to decide, are you on the right race or the wrong race? Did you give somebody your food you shouldn't have given you? I'm in this horrible broken system, but this Bryan Tarr is not of this. This is
Mm.
not who I am. This does not define me. This is not my future. And every day I would wake up and I could see beyond the courtyard to a mountain, and I would look at that mountain and go, okay, I'm in this, but I'm not of this.
Mm.
Every day, again and again and again and again. And that kept my sanity through every day, through the circumstance that happened. And I can tell you briefly how powerful that became. I didn't understand it until now. When I woke up and stuff's in my head, like, Bryan, you're in it, but not of it. And I would walk around the courtyard, in it, but not of it, in it, not of it, in it, not of it, again and again and again.
Mm.
The guy came to me and we just started chatting. And he says, I feel like I can talk to you, like you got some wisdom or something like that. And so we're chatting and I'm just sharing him my experience. And he said, I knew you were different. I knew you were different. That's why when they came to me, I'm the leader of my race. And when they came to me and said that we need to go beat you up in the showers to show you your place, I told them to leave you alone a few weeks ago.
Wow.
No idea
Mm.
that who I was being saved my butt. Had no idea.
Mm. Literally
But
and
that,
figuratively speaking, you know?
yeah, I had no idea. But that's what anchored me in continually. Okay, I am in this situation, but I'm not of it. I'm in the situation where I don't have a job, maybe, but I'm
Mm.
not of this situation. I'm greater than that. I'm in a situation where I don't like my boss and the relationship I have is bad, but I'm not of this situation.
Mm.
Who I am is greater than this. That was determined the minute I was born.
Mm.
And then we stopped listening to the world tell us lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How important was your faith in getting it through this?
Mm. For me, and everybody has their viewpoints, and I understand and respect that. But this is Bryan Tarr's life.
Hmm.
Without my identity as a child of God, without my identity as Jesus telling me my steps next and that relationship, I would not be in this situation. I'd be in a different place. I'd be in a dark place. I know that I had a violent temper and I can be very manipulative. I've got a dark side that's
Mm.
always under control.
Mm.
But without my faith, number one, that there is a heavenly father that I have a relationship with that's always there for me, even though my dad died when I was 3, having that faith that he's always there, having the faith to hold on to that no matter what's going on in my life kept me from going under. It was the hand you hold on to, and you don't even know why you're holding on to it.
Mm.
But time after time after time after time again, I'd come back and I'd ask and I'd talk to him. And that faith is what instill is the core of who I am. I got that every day. I have that relationship. Me and him have got this every day. There's no end to it. It's not going to run out ever, ever, ever. So come on, life, throw what you got. I've got my anchor. And I think that's what was important about 2016. Everything was pulled away. He was trying to get my attention. And he says, you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. This is going to hurt, but it won't kill you. I'm pulling everything away that you think you need or you are. I'm pulling it all away. You need to look at me. You and I've got work to do. Do I have your attention? Did I capture your attention? Now you're free from that situation, and we've got work to do, Bryan. Let's go.
You know, I just saw this morning a quote which is very similar to what you just said. I'm going to read it. It says, whenever you think life is falling apart, remember it's the universe rearranging everything to fit the new life you've been calling in. That is
Yeah.
so true, so true. We feel that everything
That
is falling apart, relationships are ending, business not working, you're having a bad time, you don't know where the next client is coming from, gonna come from, and all that, and all of a sudden, just like a phoenix, you're being reborn. It's to replace you, rebuild you. One of the things that really also helped me as well is to understand early on that when you get rejected, it doesn't matter by a prospect, a woman, or whatever, it's actually God protecting you from trouble. That one of my favorite thing to do is to count my blessings, especially thank you for always protecting me, guiding me, helping me, inspiring me, healing me in ways I don't even see, understand, and realize. Because we are being
even the
protected all the
gratitude,
time. Oh yeah.
we're going to anchor into that gratitude.
Yes.
Gratitude.
Yes.
People have, attitude of gratitude. Yeah, that's a euphemism, but you really understand what that means.
Mm-hmm.
That means I woke up today. I'm grateful for that. That means I'm sick right now. I'm grateful for, being sick. That means I had a client walk out on me. I'm grateful for that. That means I'm having this difficult relationship and I don't know what to do. Thank you for that. Can you be that level of grateful?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is what keeps things going. That is the level. Be thankful in everything. And a lot of times I make myself laugh. I'm like, okay, not sure what that's going to happen. I'm frustrated at that. That person is disappointed in me. I'm
Mm.
not sure what happens. I got another pain, and I'm thankful for that. Thank you for all these things. And I make myself laugh. And like you said, all of a sudden things come together.
A new you is being born. And one, if I may add to that, I would say that this is one of the realizations that really helped me keep my sanity and literally save my life. And that was to ask the right question. Instead of asking, why me? What have I done to deserve this? Why? Ask. Doesn't matter what you're going through, Bryan. If you look at everything from this perspective, what is this trying to teach me? What is the lesson for me to learn to that? We had that conversation 2 years ago when you first shared your story about going to jail and all that. And I've seen this countless times in my life, in my own life. When you look at things from the perspective of what is this trying to teach me? What is the lesson for me to learn to that? You see it for what it truly is, a beautiful gift from the universe to help you level up in every aspect. It's happening for you, not to you. It's happening to protect you in ways you can't even see, understand, or even realize, even though it may hurt at the moment. But look at the bigger picture, look beyond our little nose.
I think this will be in my next book, and that's questions.
Mm.
Talking to pastor and doing some research, I realized in our life, we are always asking questions. Always. And there's two types of questions. One type of question will reset our reality in not a good way. Why are you doing this? Who do you think you are? They're not really like you. Those questions reset, they destroy our reality.
These empowerment questions.
The
Yes.
other question redeems us
Mm,
to it. So the questions you're asking your mind are either going to reset your reality or they're going to restore you to redemption. Always. So if we begin to be aware of that, is this question changing my reality? It's not a question I want to ask myself.
mm,
Is this question restoring me and redeeming me? I want to ask that. And we adopt questions from other people. Brian,
yes.
who do you Brian, who do you think you are? That was somebody might have said that. And I go, oh, who do I think I am? I just adopted their question.
Mm,
But if I'm aware, who do I think I am? Oh, wait, that feels icky. That is trying to change my reality. Hell no. What? Who am I becoming? Who do I
mm.
get to be? That question in that second just restored me and redeemed me. Those are two questions that are always going on in our minds if we choose to be aware.
Absolutely.
That'll be
Absolutely.
that'll be in my book.
Okay. Speaking of your book, what's the timeline for your book?
Shooting on 2 months. I've got a lot of work to do, but so far the timeline is 2 months, and I'm okay that it's going to take the time it needs to get released.
Beautiful. Yes. Just don't rush it. Take the time it takes.
Because who am I to withhold some of the information of the story that somebody needs to be able to correct their compass in their life?
That's it. That's it. You also mentioned adventures and fun. I mean, we had to talk about that the other day. So tell us about some adventures you have in mind.
A few months ago, it dawned on me that Calvin and Hobbes, Calvin always has an adventure. Indiana Jones has an adventure. Our lives are really an adventure
Mm-hmm.
every day. And at the end of the day, we will get a reward for that adventure. Not necessarily a high reward or good, it's just a reward. So I wake up and my adventure starts and it's crappy and I don't show up and this. Well, at the end of the day, I'm going to get the reward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that reward. I had a horrible day. Tomorrow, new adventure. I'm going to live it a little differently. And I choose my adventure at the beginning of the day. And at the end of the day, I get the reward. So that's what's up for fun.
Yeah,
If I did if I didn't have fun and enjoy what I was doing yesterday, that's my reward.
that's
And I get
it.
to reset that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm always looking for fun, you know, fun, silly, goofy. Brian's got this style of humor, and I'm beginning to embrace that more. So what would be fun? Like sometimes I'll sit around in a public place and I go, what would be fun? What would be fun? And I may come up with there's somebody sitting alone by themselves eating their gelato alone. You know, it'd be fun. Just go and have a conversation. Go,
Yeah,
hey, what kind of gelato did you have? Because I was thinking of getting some. And I go, well, I got the chocolate chip. Okay, so if I get the chocolate chip, you recommend it? Maybe. Can we eat it together? They're like, well, sure. That was fun, you know, or complimenting somebody,
mm,
or somebody opens up the door. A woman opens the door for me. What would be fun? I can't believe you just opened the door for me. I had a woman open the door for me. It's been such a long time. I'm so grateful. I'm going overboard. And this person just getting this gushing. I'm like, that's fun.
yeah.
So, yeah, just got to, the fun's around the corner if you look for it.
And speaking of that, opening that door, it can be opening a door not only figuratively but also literally to a new world of adventures, possibilities. Hey, that just hi, how are you? That smile can open a new world.
Yeah. You're like, this person looks like they're lonely and depressed. So you change conversation. And they're like, yeah, I've got this business challenge and I need a system, but I don't know what I should do and I can't trust anybody. Let's have a conversation. That's what I do. Really?
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't know until you show up authentically.
Yeah.
Or my friend asked me the other day, I was downtown San Diego and a long time ago, but I was having a bad day. not working out. Why is this? Blah, blah, blah. Ugh. Homeless guy is there and he says, hey, you got $1? I'm like, no, I really don't. And he says, hey, just trust it'll work out.
He
I
told you
look at
that?
him. Yeah, he said, just trust it'll all work out.
Wow.
I turned back and I go, what did you say? And he said, I said, do you have $1? I'm like, no, no, no. What did you say before? He says, dude, don't make it weird. I just asked you for $1. He had no idea what he said.
Mm.
I think it was divine and what's what I needed to hear.
I think he read your mind. He read what he was almost as if his higher self was reading you and just delivering that message to you at the right time.
Things happen. Yeah.
Repeat
Just
that.
let life happen.
Repeat what he said again, because that's very powerful.
He said, just trust because
Mm.
everything will be okay.
So
And it's
beautiful.
exactly what I needed to hear.
Mm.
Don't know where it came, don't know why he said it. He didn't even know that he said it. But that's the potential of an untapped connection. You don't know. It's like
Mm.
the people that we're supposed to be connected to is a golden thread. You can twist it and bend it, but you can't break it.
Mm.
And so when you have that connection, and you'll know that's connection, who knows where it'll lead you.
That
You
was
may
so
connect with
good.
a guy who's a brother from another mother, and though you didn't connect for a couple of years, he comes back into your life at the right time, right place.
That was so powerful. I actually wrote that. Just trust because everything is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Bryan, absolute pleasure always talking to you, catching up with you. I'm mega cheering for you. If someone wants to connect with you, what's the best way to do so?
The CRM Pros, TheCRMPros, Bryan at the CRM Pros. And I have specific phone number. Pull that up because that I don't mind giving out. So
Okay.
you can send me a text message or call me 619-480 2376.
Mm-hmm.
So 619-480 2376. And the reason for that number is the connection is so important. It's captured by my system. So I
Mm.
make sure to get back to you.
Beautiful. Love that. Listen, Bryan, I salute you. You truly with a heart. Keep shining your light. Keep blessing the world, especially your gifts. And always remember that you yourself, Bryan, you're a gift. Now it's time for you to show up, stand up, and speak up.
It's showtime, baby.
Oh, absolutely. And bring the very best of the true Bryan Tarr to the stage.
Mm,
All right, my brother, I salute you. Stay safe, stay awesome. Have a fantabulous evening.
will do.
Looking forward to seeing you shine even brighter and even more so
You're
to having
amazing.
you
Love you, bro.
and this side of the world so we can party together. You know?
Watch out.
All right.
Brian's coming soon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Take
There.
care, brother. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.